Hey there, my friend. Let me ask you something real quick. Do you remember how hyped we were when DeMarvion Overshown was lighting it up last preseason? Yeah? Well, get ready, because Demo just dropped some serious news that's got me, and should have you, fired up. In a recent interview with Kay Adams, Overshown revealed that he's aiming to be back by training camp. That's right. After suffering a season-ending ACL tear, the rookie linebacker with star potential isn't just sitting back, he's, planning his return, and he's got his sights set high. That kind of mindset? It tells you everything you need to know about the heart this guy has. And listen, before we even get deeper into his recovery, we've got to talk about something symbolic, something powerful. Demo is now officially Agent Zero. That's not just a cool nickname. That number means something to him. He was the first player in Texas Longhorns history to rock the number 0. Now, he's the first in Dallas Cowboys history. That's a serious badge of honor. He said it himself. When he puts on that 0, it feels like he's putting on a superhero cape. And honestly, you can feel that pride when he talks about it. For a kid who grew up in Texas, being able to represent his home state at the college and professional level and doing it while making history, man, that's a dream come true. You don't get many chances to be the first to do something in a franchise like the Cowboys. Let's get you in on this. What do you think about Demo switching to number 0, symbolic tribute, or just straight-up swagger? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to hear from you. And hey, if you're enjoying this type of content and want to keep riding with us through every high and low of the Cowboys journey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. We're pushing hard to hit 13,000 subscribers, and your support means everything. Help us get there. All right, now let's keep rolling, because Overshown's number change is just the beginning. Wait till you hear what he's going through mentally to get back on that field. All right. Now that we're locked in, let's talk about the part of Overshown's journey that most people don't see. The stuff that doesn't show up on stat sheets or highlight reels. I'm talking about the mental side of his recovery. Demo opened up during that interview with Kay Adams, and man, it hit different. He said that physically he's already dealt with the pain, the rehab, the slow grind back to strength. But it's the mental aspect, the battle with self-doubt, that really tests you. And if you've ever had to come back from something tough, you know exactly what he means. He talked about the challenge of believing you're still that guy after a major injury. That confidence, it doesn't automatically come back with your muscles. You've got to earn it. Every single day. Overshown is taking that challenge head on, and he's doing it with humility, gratitude, and an attitude that just screams leader. Now, he also brought up someone we both know, Adrian Peterson. That East Texas connection runs deep. Just like AP bounced back from a torn ACL and delivered one of the best seasons ever for a running back, Overshown is aiming to follow that same path. He even joked about needing to call AP for some motivation, and you can tell he's not just chasing recovery, he's chasing greatness. Let me ask you this. Do you think the hardest part of coming back from injury is physical or mental? I'm throwing a poll up in the card. Cast your vote and let's see what you think. And if you've ever come back from something yourself, drop your story in the comments. I promise, you're not alone. Overshown's mindset isn't just inspiring, it's contagious. You hear the way he talks, and you realize this guy is already a locker room presence even before stepping into his second season. That kind of fire, that's what championship cultures are built on. And listen, this is why he's more than just a linebacker. He's a symbol of what this team's made of: grit, pride, and that unshakable Texas toughness. If you're feeling what Demo brings to the table, hit that like button and help us spread the word. And remember, subscribing keeps you in the loop. We've got more stories like this coming every week, and we'd love for you to be part of this Cowboys family. Up next, let's talk about the buzz that started before the injury. How Overshown was making fans wonder if he might be better than Micah? So let's rewind for a second. Before the injury, Overshown was cooking in training camp and preseason. You remember that, right? He wasn't just showing flashes. He was turning heads, making plays, and hitting with authority. The kind of presence that made people pause and go, "Hold up, who is this guy?" And that's when the chatter started. Some fans, maybe even you, began whispering comparisons to none other than Micah Parsons. Yeah, that Micah. Now, let's not twist anything here. Nobody's replacing Parsons. He's a generational player. But the fact that Overshown was even getting those comparisons, that says a lot about how electric he looked out there, and I get it. When a rookie jumps off the screen like that, it's hard not to dream big. The speed, the instincts, the energy. It felt like we were seeing another defensive weapon being forged right in front of us. And for a moment, it looked like Dan Quinn was cooking up something special with those two on the field together. But here's the thing, and I want to be real with you. We don't need a Micah versus Overshown narrative. That kind of talk? It can divide more than it inspires. What we do need is to appreciate the depth and versatility that Overshown brings to the table. Imagine having Micah crashing off the edge and Overshown flying in from the second level. That's not a rivalry. That's a nightmare for offenses. And it's what makes this Cowboys defense so exciting. It's not just built around one guy. It's a unit stacked with playmakers. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you believe Overshown can become a defensive cornerstone right next to Micah? Drop your take in the comments. Let's make this a respectful, football-smart conversation, because at the end of the day, it's about lifting the whole squad. And hey, while you're here, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss updates like this. We're on the road to 13,000 subscribers, and your support truly powers this channel forward. All right, coming up next, we break down Overshown's big reveal. When exactly does he plan to come back? And does it match the team's timeline? Now let's get into what everybody's been waiting to hear. When is DeMarvion Overshown actually coming back? Because during his interview with Kay Adams, he didn't shy away from setting the tone. His words were confident, almost defiant. Overshown said straight up, he plans to be ready for training camp. That's bold. And honestly, you love to hear it. It speaks volumes about his mindset. He's not thinking like a rookie who missed his first season. He's thinking like a starter who knows what he brings to this team. But here's where we gotta slow it down for a second. Because as optimistic as Overshown is, the Cowboys' medical staff might see things a little differently. Remember, we're talking about an ACL tear. These injuries are tricky. Pushing too hard too soon, that's how setbacks happen. So while Overshown is aiming for training camp, there's a real possibility he starts the year on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. If that happens, he won't be eligible to return until at least week 5. And yeah, I know that sounds like a letdown, but let's be real here. It might be the best move for everyone involved. Overshown is still young. He's got a long career ahead, so bringing him back only when he's 100%, that's not just smart, it's strategic. But let's not forget, just his presence back on that field will shift the energy. Whether it's in late July or early October, the Cowboys are getting back a guy who can fly sideline to sideline and deliver hits with attitude. A guy who wants to be great. So let me ask you, what do you think is the better move here? Should the Cowboys take the cautious route and make sure he's fully ready, even if it means missing the start of the season? Or should they lean into his drive and give him a shot in camp? Vote in the poll right now, and let's see where the fan base stands. And hey, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Every sub brings us closer to our goal of 13,000 strong, and it means the world to have your voice with us. Now, stick around, because in our final chapter, we're about to look at the big picture. What Overshown and Trevon Diggs returning together could really mean for the Cowboys this season. All right, so here's where things get really interesting. Let's say Overshown doesn't rush back. Let's say he returns mid-season, just around the time when things start heating up, and Trevon Diggs is coming back too. Think about that for a second. You've got one of the most promising young linebackers in the league, fresh, hungry, and fully recovered, rejoining a defense that's already stacked. Add in Diggs, one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL, returning to shut down top receivers. That's not just an upgrade, that's like Dallas pulling off 2 blockbuster trades right before the playoff push without giving up a single pick. This isn't fantasy, this is strategy. Mid-season, most teams are beat up. Depth is tested, momentum is shaky. But Dallas could be getting stronger. That's rare. And Overshown, because of his versatility, energy, and football IQ, could be a huge reason why. He's the kind of player who brings a jolt, not just in play, but in spirit. Pair him with Diggs, and you're looking at a defense with elite lockdown ability on the back end and aggressive speed in the middle. That combo could very well flip a season. So let's close this out with one simple question for you. Do you think the return of Overshown and Diggs mid-season can change the course of the Cowboys' year? Drop a comment below with one of these 2 tags. It's gonna turn. If you believe this will elevate Dallas to contender level, or still need more if you think it's a good start, but not enough on its own. And before you bounce, subscribe and tap the bell. This channel is all about keeping you in the loop, and your support helps us reach our goal of $13,000. Subscribers, you make this community what it is. Let's ride into this season with hope, health, and heart. If you need the full script compiled or want to start a new one, just let me know.